Hi everyone, welcome to the fourth and final video of this series of designing a notification system. So in this section, we'll be looking into, or rather diving deep into, additional details of designing a notification system. So in the previous video or in the high level designing video, we have discussed about various components of a notification system like contact info gathering, sending and receiving a notification. But it seems that these components are just not sufficient to build a notification system. A notification system consists of a lot more things. So we'll be diving deep into each of these components now. So additional components. So we'll be looking into each one of them one by one. So first is we have a notification template. So what is a notification template? So these are pre-formatted notifications to create our own unique notification by customizing parameters or various styling or tracking links, etc. So like suppose you have placed an order and there is an automated notification from an e-commerce site describing about your order details, and it is pre-formatted and it helps easy for the notification triggering service to send the notification very easily. So this notification template, if we just write down what is, it is a pre-formatted notification by customizing various parameters in the notification template. And what is the benefit or advantage of this notification template is like it helps to maintain a consistent format for a particular type of notification, and it also helps to reduce margin errors and also save time for the notification triggering services. And how can we store this notification template? If we discussed in brief about the storage, so this can be stored in a unified or central databases or in file systems, or we can use also third-party services for notification templates, third-party services or platforms for notification templates. And just remember that these notification templates should be centralized and have a flexible approach to ensure consistency. So this should be centralized and be flexible to ensure consistency. So this is the first component which we discussed. This is notification template. So the next thing is we have notification setting. Notification settings. So what is this notification setting? So like to avoid the user to be overwhelmed with too many notifications in a short span of time or too much of notifications in a day, the apps seek permission from the user whether to send the notification, in which format to send the notification, and whether the user has opted in or out for the notification, like whether he should receive a notification or not. That is basically the user preferences. To get an information about the user preferences, we use this notification setting. So this is basically to avoid user being overwhelmed with huge number of notifications. What we do, we store the user preference. So where do we store this? So storage is database of the notification system server. This is the storage for notification settings. And just to give an example of how this looks is like, so suppose for example we have the user ID for a particular user, let's say 1234, and the channel is basically a varchar which is denoting whether in which format should the notification be sent to the user, like whether it's a mobile push notification or is it in format of SMS or email. So this thing tells about the type of notification to be sent. And the last is opt-in or opt-out, like whether user has unsubscribed, you can say unsubscribed from the notification service or not. Depending on his preference, the notification is sent accordingly. So this is an example of how notification settings are stored in the database of a notification system server. So this discusses about the storage. So this is another additional component which we have in the designing of a notification system. So the third is we have rate limiting. So rate limiting, we have already covered this topic in very much details in my playlist of designing of a rate limiter. You can see my video in this playlist and have an idea of how rate limiting works. But here in a high level, so rate limiting is basically, so it limits the number of notification sent to a user in a particular span of time. So so it can be like in a day or in an hour, how many notification that can be sent to an user is rate limited. And where do we actually implement this? So these algorithms are implemented in the notification system server settings. Notification system server side, these are implemented. This rate limiting is implemented. So the next component is we have retry mechanism. So in the high level designing diagram, you have seen like we put the notifications in a message queue, workers pull the notification from the message queue, sent to the third party services, and the third party services are responsible for delivering the notification to the end user. But suppose the third party service fails to deliver the notification successfully, fails to deliver notification. So in this case, what happens is the notification is added to the message queue and added to the message queue for retrying actually. And and this is done for a predefined set of time or predefined number of recurrences, we retry sending the message. And if it persists, or if this problem persists for a longer period of time, if problem persists, then we inform the developer about this issue. Inform the developer. So in this way we handle the retry mechanism. And the next is next component which we have is the security. Security in push notification. So this basically is like for verified clients to send the notification, what we use is a pair of app key and app secret, which is used to secure our push notification APIs, which the notification triggering services use to send notification to the notification system settings, system servers basically. So this is implemented, this algorithm or this thing is implemented in notification system server. And what is this? Basically this is a pair of app key and app secret, and this is used to secure the push notification APIs, secure the push notification APIs, and so that the main purpose is only verified clients can only send notification. So this is the security in push notification, security component in push notification. So the sixth and the second last component which we will be discussing is the monitoring of queued information. So what is this? So suppose we have informations or notifications queued in the message queue, and suppose this number is very large, so we need more than one worker is not enough to process or handle this huge amount of notifications which are queued in the message queue. So we need a large number of workers, or we need to scale the number of workers to handle this amount of information so that there is no delay in delivery of notification. So basically what we monitor is we monitor total number of queued information or notification. Basically, let's say this is denoted by queue, and if this queue is large and notification events, what happens is not processed fast enough by the workers, by the current number of workers which we have. So what we need more number of workers. And what does it enables? It enables us, thus if we have more number of workers, we will be able to have a faster delivery of notification. So thus by monitoring the queued information, we can scale out our number of workers and enable a faster delivery of notification. And the final component which we will be using to design our notification system is event tracking. So what is this event tracking? So this is basically a matrix which it basically tracks a matrix of such as the open rate or the click rate or the engagement of a particular notification when the end user receives it, whether he has opened the notification or not, whether he has clicked on the notification or not. So these metrics are being used to analyze for analytical purposes, for customer engagement study, etc. So what does this track? So basically it tracks metrics such as click rate or open rate. And what is this being used to study customer engagement or analyze customer behavior basically. So this event tracking is implemented by a third party service. So if we say, like if we ask like who implements this event tracking, so this is basically done by our analytics service. So this is a third party service which we incorporate along with the notification system. So analytics service, they basically implement this event tracking, and there has to be an integration between the notification system server. So the notification system server and this analytics service, they should have an integration between them to check the analytics, basically for event tracking, to check the metrics. So they should have an integration between them, this analytics service and our notification system server. So if I just draw a flow diagram of how this event tracking occurs, so like suppose the services trigger and notification, so we have a start phase, then it goes into the pending phase, like if it's in the message queue or in the notification system server checking the database and all, it's for users preferences or for retrying mechanisms, and ultimately this is sent to a third party service, and from there it is delivered to the end user. And from here we can check the metrics like click rate or whether the user has unsubscribed or not on receiving the notification, and if there are any errors in this state or not. All these things can be monitored using this analytics service. So this, all these additional components along with the components which we discussed in the high level design, they eventually make a notification system. So if we just look into the updated design of how, after introducing these additional components, the final designing of a notification system actually looks like. So I'll be citing an example. So let's look into it. So thus in this design we have added many new components, as you can see, along with the previous design. So the notification servers are now equipped with two critical features like authentication, that is the security which we just discussed, like the app key and the app secret, to enable only validated users to send the notification, or receive notification from valid users, and we have also introduced rate limiting component. We also add a retry mechanism to handle notification failures. So if the system fails to send notification, they are put back into the message queue and the workers will retry for a predefined number of times. Furthermore, notification templates provide a consistent and efficient notification creation process. And finally, we have this analytics service, the event tracking, which we just discussed for various health checks and future improvements. So with this, we come to the end of designing of a notification system, discussion of a high level designing of a notification system. So we have introduced various topics along with the diagram, along with the designing of notification system. Like we have discussed about reliability for a robust retry mechanism to minimize the failure rate. We have discussed about the security, that authentication, which you can see here. We have also discussed about tracking and monitoring respect user settings, like whether the user has opted out of the notification system or whether he wants to receive notification in a specific format, whether in SMS or email, and also rate limiting to limit the number, to not to overwhelm the user with a huge number of notifications in a short span of time. So we have discussed all these things. So thank you for watching this video and stay updated for more such interesting videos on system design. I'll see you in the next video with another new topic.